Coming up on this live edition of Sports Talk, we talked the Lakers. Lakers got a big win last night in New York, but the big story was after the game. We'll have more reaction to one of the biggest trades in NBA history coming up here on Lakers Talk on Sports Talk. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday to everyone, wherever you may be. This is Sports Talk, the Lakers Talk edition here. California. I am, of course, Ed, and my co-host friend Jesus is here. Happy Sunday again, but we got a lot to talk about Lakers here. A big win last night for them in New York on prime time, beating the Knicks as they continue or they wrap up their Grammy road trip. Even though the Grammys are tonight, the Lakers will be back in LA this week to take on their rivals, the Clippers. And partner, happy Sunday. I know there's a lot to talk about last night's trade, but what did you think of the game last night?
What's up, partner? Happy Sunday. Another day, another podcast. Lakers, big victory last night at Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in the world. Once again, LeBron James with a triple-double. I think Lakers did great. They were underhanded, Anthony Davis was out for a week. So just with LeBron and the other players who stepped up and got a crucial win in prime time.
Yeah, and that's one of the big wins. Again, they're on this Grammy road trip that always happens every year. They started off well. They played some well games. I know they had a big hit in Philly, and then losing by 14. I believe it was Washington, or they beat Washington badly, but they lost in Philly. They won in New York last night, and they're ready to come back here. But I know you want to talk about the trade that happened after the game. We'll get to that. But how about it, partner? Let's go to the highlights.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Here we go. Lakers and Knicks from the Garden, as Jesus mentioned. A big primetime matchup on a Saturday night for the Lakers, and they got out to it very quick. And again, no Anthony Davis. He was left in LA, but LeBron was with the team, and he started off with a layup. What you think of that?
Yeah, so for LeBron James in his great career, he started off hot with the first layup, but he contributed all game as we get to the highlights.
Yeah, and right here they're up 5-3 in the earlier goings, and Austin Reeves starts turning it up. Lakers coming in 27-19, 11-13 on the road though. It's something that they needed to work on.
Yeah, correct, their partner. But overall, great record, for a short-handed team that with a couple injuries for the primetime players.
And how about taking on a team that's third in the West at 32-16 and playing them blow for blow though?
Yeah, definitely, because Lakers were big underdogs, but that didn't matter as of yesterday.
Well, LeBron's always loved playing in New York, and we see that here. But early on, the Lakers jumped up to a 7-point lead, but the Knicks kind of stayed in contact with them. And, LeBron James, here's another fadeaway jump shot, 18-footer. Lakers went up by 7, but, you look at the first quarter, they started off 7 of 9. So they made 7 of the first 9 shots, but defense has been hurting them so far this season.
Yup, as you said, Lakers started off hot, making all the field goals, but it seemed like Knicks responded every time the Lakers scored, so it was a close first quarter.
Yeah, you see LeBron James get inside and throws another one up. The Lakers go up by 5, but again, defense is what hurt this team, and they have an issue leaving the zone wide open as they're going in there throwing dunks and layups, and you see a turnover here by the Lakers.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the defense has been super disappointing for the Lakers this season, but this game they showed it out as we continue with the highlights as we talk about it.
Yeah, still first quarter. Lakers still have the lead, but again, the Knicks fast layaway, cut it down to three, and here they have it again. Next possession, again another layup and offensive rebound, and the foul.
Yeah, those offensive rebounds are key for every game you play.
How about LeBron James though? And Anthony Davis is absent. It's like he's carrying the load right now.
Yeah, for sure. And one. He caught that one for sure.
And this is still the first quarter. Again, the Knicks answered back. They cut it within three, but here comes LeBron again, partner.
Yeah, it seemed like a high scoring first quarter with 30 points on each team's up scoring.
Yeah, and this is how LeBron was when he first came to the Lakers like 7 years ago. This is how he was playing before the injuries. But again, defense is hurting the Lakers as we go into the second quarter. Again, Lakers still have the lead. They tied it up, but they took the lead again. And again, a screen shot there, and they go for three. And the Knicks led for the first time right there.
Yeah, for the second quarter, the Knicks took over the lead, but Lakers kept on fighting back with their reserves on the second quarter.
And again, you see the ball rotating around. Lakers take a three. Later on, second quarter, tied at 39. Another three attempt by the Lakers. Good.
Yep, another pass by LeBron James to Rui
Hakimura.
Hachimura.
Hakimura with the three. And meanwhile, the Knicks, again, partner, they answered back. It's more of anything you can do, I can do better, pretty much in this point.
Yeah, definitely. It was a back and forth that first, second quarter. As we see the highlights, they're just scoring on each other every possession, back and forth.
Hard with the and one, cut the lead down to one, and then later on, next possession, they take the lead again.
Yeah, another three. It seems like we've seen a lot of threes in the first half of this game.
Later on, another three. The Lakers go up by four with just 4 minutes left in the first half. Again, high scoring by both teams.
Yeah, definitely. As we see, Jalen Brunson keep fighting with a shot over Max Christie, one of
But
the
let
guys.
me But let me ask you this, partner: the absence of Anthony Davis, would that play a bit different factor in the second chance points, or the fact that they're just taking it inside, and if number three was there, would have been different?
I agree. That was a big chance because I think the Knicks led the game in more offensive rebounds, which was key because of Anthony Davis not being there.
Yeah, to see what's gonna happen down the line with the Lakers, and you see Austin Reeves jumps up a three. Seen a lot of threes here. Part of the Lakers go up by 8.
Yeah, besides LeBron's great game, Austin Reeves stepped it up as well.
But how about this second chance points, 11-2 in favor of the Knicks, as you see why with another three.
Yep, those offensive rebounds, like I was mentioning, they kept getting those offensive rebounds that gave them second chance points for sure.
How about that shot by Hart and one?
And one over LeBron, but LeBron countered back.
Here comes LeBron. You see another fadeaway jump shot. Good.
Overkill Anthony Towns.
Again, Lakers up by three as we go into the second half. They're actually up by three, and again, jump off to a good start in the third quarter, making their shots. Hakimura, up there.
Yeah, another player who contributed without Anthony Davis on the floor, Rui
I
Hachimura.
need to give him the ball more because I have 2K on my Nintendo Switch, and he only averages about 12 points a game. I think I got to hook him up with the ball more.
Yeah, most definitely. I
How
think
about
he's gonna.
that one? How about that runaway throw up by James and one? And again,
Ooh.
even though everybody's scoring, it's still close. It's a 3 point lead until a three by LeBron.
It seems like LeBron James took over that third quarter for a bit with that back-to-back scoring drives.
Meanwhile, the Knicks are still trying to stay close, and Hart with another fadeaway jump shot cuts the lead to four. At that point, he had 13 points, almost a double double. But the Lakers again answer back.
Yeah, once again, Austin Reeves playing aggressive, but it was
Nice
a back and forth. It seems like it so far.
nice ball movement as well. And I see another three. Again, the Knicks staying with the Lakers. And again, I'm surprised how impressive the Lakers played being down number three.
Yeah, most definitely. It seems like Lakers had they were up the whole most of the game, but Knicks never gave up and fought back.
And
Ooh,
James just throws up another three. We're seeing the LeBron James of old here, partner.
I believe that was a 1 foot 3 pointer by LeBron James.
His foot was up too.
Yeah, most definitely.
How about that dunk?
And they called a timeout, good timeout by the Lakers to end the half. I mean, to end the third quarter.
Well,
But
near
they
the
came
end of
back.
the third, he had 27 points or 26 points in 27 minutes. So he played in pretty much almost the whole game.
Then
And
that
how
third
about
quarter,
that three by Hart at the end?
yeah, I felt like that was a great momentum for them to like start off their fourth quarter as Jalen Brunson comes back and scores a two over Max Christie.
I still can't believe he made it though, partner. That was like one of those shots you rarely see made. But how about OG Anubi for the Knicks? A tough loss for him. He got hurt with a foot injury and he missed the rest of the game. How much
Oh
of a
yeah,
loss was that for him?
that was a big injury for sure. OG on the Obi plays more than 30 minutes a game, and he's a big he could play a lot of positions as well.
Yeah, it was a big loss by the Knicks, but meanwhile they still kept it close with the Lakers as we jump into the fourth. Again, the Lakers 11 and 13 on the road. And how about that tip and dunk?
Seemed like vintage LeBron, one rebound away from that triple double too,
And the Lakers coming down again, next position, and one. And at
and the
this time,
Knicks.
LeBron James played 30 minutes.
Yeah, it seems like LeBron. I'm telling you, him and Madison Square Garden, he has a great record, and he comes
Even
back
the
with a
great
great
Kobe
dunk.
Bryant, I think every star wants to play in New York because the lights shining. Another dunk there by LeBron James.
Yeah, great dunk.
Knicks again trying to stay in it. The lead was 13. Hart passes it out and they hit a three. Leads down to 7.
Another
But here come
back
the
to back.
Lakers. And a finish by LeBron. How about that one, partner?
LeBron, I'm telling you, at his age is insane what he's still doing in the league.
Are you sure this guy's 40 years old? It looks like he's playing like he's still in his 20s.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they give him superpowers.
Later on, fourth quarter midway, Lakers up by 7. LeBron with another three puts it up, and the Lakers are up by 10. Now they're up by 15. 7 minutes later, the Knicks desperately trying to stay on it. Recap: Commanders and Eagles, and the Chiefs and Bills. Again, the Lakers just run so, and they just ran away with it, partner. At this point, the Lakers pretty much had it sealed.
Yeah, most definitely. They sealed the game out. They even put Bronny James in, and he even scored a point, and one.
Yeah, and they started 12-11, but they just able to just take care of business tonight or last night. But again, a very impressive win by the Lakers. Final score 128 to 112. And how about LeBron James though? Again, playing like he's young.
Yeah, he had his triple double, 33 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists. An amazing Madison Square Garden where many people have broken records and a little bit of everything.
By the way, we do apologize. There were some issues with the audio. Looks like we got that under control. But again, the Lakers get a big win on this Grammy road trip. They get set to come back, and I believe they play the Clippers next on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday at the new arena. I believe what's it called, the Intuit Dome.
Yeah, the, the new Intruder Dome in Inglewood, so the Lakers will be hosting the Los Angeles Clippers. But unfortunately, no AD. It was going to be another LeBron James and a couple less players in their team as we
But partner,
get to
let's run down the numbers here. Last night by the Lakers, LeBron James he played 37 minutes, partner, 33 points, pretty much led the way, and then Hakimura he played 38 minutes, had 21 points. Austin Reeves, 27 points. Finney Smith, 15 points. Christie, 15 points. So you got 5 players in double figures for the Lakers, but how about, how impressed are you with LeBron James' minutes that he played last night?
Yeah, it seems like LeBron James gave it his all. He almost played the full game. Besides, like let's say 8 minutes, he was on the bench. But as you could tell, LeBron at his age, it could have been his last game at Madison Square Garden. But after the interview, after the game, he said maybe it could be one more. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. Meanwhile, for the Knicks, partner, a valiant effort. This drops them down to 32 and 17. Hart with 26 points in 38 minutes. OG Newbie had 13 points. Unfortunately, he left the game with a foot injury. Still no word on his status for his next game. Hopefully, he'll be able to get back on there. Towns had 11 points. Brunson 17 points. Bridges 16 points. Akua 15 points, and McBride 12 points. So you had about almost 6 players in double figures for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, it was a great primetime game. As you seen, the Lakers were as they were scoring, the Knicks were fighting back, but in the end of that fourth quarter, that's when it got away and Lakers took
Lakers
away
put it away in the
the
fourth quarter
advantage.
too, partner. That's correct. And again, more in numbers here. Field goal percentage, it was hand down to the Lakers, 58% to 46%. Here's the impressive one here, partner. 47% from 3 points, almost 48%, in the Knicks 35, Lakers 19 to 40. So they took a lot of 3-point attempts, but how surprising were you that even though they took 40 attempts, they still made a lot of them, 19 out of 40.
Yeah, that's a high percentage. Once you hit over 30% in your in the game, that's pretty good. And they were making most of the shots. Uh, LeBron hit three, Rui hit three, and Austin Reeves hit four. So, and you got to give him props for that one.
How about, and here's a situation that we're going to talk about in a couple coming up here on Sports Talk with Anthony Davis gone. Here it is, offensive rebounds. The Knicks 16 to 3. How big of a loss is it without a big guy in the center, and you give up that much rebounds in a game?
Yeah, partner, as I mentioned earlier in the highlights, that's very key. As you've seen the New York Knicks, where their second chance points were very high effective compared to the Lakers. And LeBron said after the interview as well, they did get them in the offensive rebounds, but they still managed with their defensive presence and they stopped them.
And then you look at assists here, 33-26 in favor of the Knicks. Steals 9-7 in favor of the Lakers. Turnovers, that's something both teams need to work on. 15-14. Points in the paint was pretty much almost equal, 54-52 in favor of the Knicks. It looks like blocks 4-3 in favor of the Lakers, but Lakers were outbounded totally by 7. So it just shows that the presence of Anthony Davis would have made a big difference. Lakers probably would have won big. It probably would have been a high scoring game, but again, we don't know. Again, he
I
was
want,
left in LA. He was hurt in the Grammy trip in Philadelphia. Didn't play in the blowout win in Washington on, was it Friday or
yeah,
Thursday?
right.
And
I want to give a quick fact about LeBron James is now the first player in NBA history with multiple triple doubles at 40 years old or older.
you don't see that often in the NBA.
Definitely not.
But you know what? LeBron talked about. LeBron did have a reaction to the win. Let's see if we can play that clip. He gave an interview to ESPN after the game. Let's listen in.
Greatest arena in the world. Seen so many athletes come through here and play the game of basketball. So many entertainers come here and rock the house. So many performers, and I've been blessed in my 22 years to be able to be a part of this history in this building. So I always just have to give back. The Knicks were hot coming into this game, and they were at home. How were you guys able to pull them off? Defense, paid attention to details. We gave up a lot of offensive rebounds, but we played hard, and we got to figure out, our turnover situation sometimes. But at the end of the day, as hard as we was playing, we can make up for those mistakes, and we did that tonight. And you talked about the defense without Anthony Davis. Just what were you doing to keep Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, both of them, so quiet tonight? Without AD, it's got to be a collective group, and not one of us can do it by ourselves, and we damn sure can't do it. Take it all what AD does. He covers for all of us. So it was good for us to come in with the team aspect to get stops together, clean glass, and then share the ball offensively. We did a good job of that.
And thank you to Lisa Salters of ESPN ABC for that interview. I don't want to spoil what we're going to talk about next, but it looked like he had no idea what was going to happen after the game. So we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. But it looks like I think JJ Redick had a reaction of the game too. We're trying to see if we can get a short clip of that. I think we have it ready. Let's listen in.
Yeah, I mean, he led tonight with his spirit, his force, his voice. Obviously, played a fantastic statistic game, but from the beginning, it was very clear that he was on a mission. I thought AR led as well, and I know he had a good, offensive night. I told him after the game, he made 5 or 6 huge defensive plays. A veer for a steal, a great shift, caught a spin on Brunson for a steal, took a charge, like the rebound there in the fourth in traffic. Like he was huge tonight, not just scoring the basketball. What did your team show you these last couple games? Missing 8 games. Yeah, are you best player of both that? Yeah. I would say we're building a resiliency to our group and a high competitive spirit. I can't overstate, how important it is to have guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, just competing at a high level every single night. It's a huge difference maker for our group.
JJ Redick for the Lakers. By the way, if you do hear a couple bangs here, I am streaming from home. There is a house across from me that's actually being worked on, so you can hear some of the construction here. So you can disregard that noise. But partner, are you ready to report the next story we're going to talk about?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the bombshell didn't happen until about maybe 20 minutes after the game. So after the game, it was reported on SportsCenter because I was watching SportsCenter. It was reported that the Lakers made a big move. And for a lot of you that are going to listen to this or are listening right now, most of you have already heard about it. Some of you know it. Some may be happy. Some may be mad. Some don't know. Some don't care. Some say, what? We'll tell you. After the game, it was reported on SportsCenter that the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks made a trade. And partner, would you like to share the details?
Yeah, I believe this is one of the craziest trades in NBA history. So the trade details were, the Mavericks, they got Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and the 2029 Lakers first round pick. Then the Lakers get Luka Doncic, who's the face of the league. I believe, in my opinion, after LeBron, Kevin Durant retires, they get him, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. And it was a 3-way trade, right? The 3-team trade. So the Jazz as well got Jalen Hood, Shuno. They got a 2025 Clippers second round pick and a 2025 Mavericks second round pick. But this is insane. I believe Mavs traded their superstar. It's stunning because they bet against their future of a player who, at 25 years old, is the most decorated resumes in basketball history. So I don't know. This trade made me speechless. This trade reminds me of the Kawhi Paul George trade that the Clippers made, but I think this is one of the craziest trades that has happened.
I don't know. This reminds me more of the. I'm gonna go back memory lane here. And I know it may be painful for some of us, but I'll say it anyway. As a sportscaster, it is my job. So this reminds me of the trade for when Paul Gasol came back in 2008. That set up that back-to-back title run. But this also reminds me of the trade that the Lakers tried to do to get, I believe it
Chris
was
Paul?
Baron Davis to come here. Or no, Chris Paul. Chris Paul.
Yeah. When the league canceled
When
that
the
trade.
league vetoed it, but yet they let Chris Bosh and Dwayne and LeBron James go to Miami. Yeah, that was pretty smart. And then who could remember the Shaq trade to Miami after the '04 finals? I think that one was more shocking than this one.
Nah, partner. This shook the whole world because nobody would have thought. I think LeBron is down to his last year, maybe 2, but with the youngest next franchise, it's speechless, bro. It's speechless because at this point Luka did not request a trade. It was like out of nowhere, right? But
Yeah,
now that LeBron found out right after the game when he
yeah.
was
This was funny. This was
having
funny too,
dinner with
partner.
his
This was
family.
funny. This was funny because he was out having dinner with his family after the game, and he was notified of it. And he basically claims that he didn't know this was going to go down and that he was speechless. There's a lot of people that are, that are saying that he knew that this was going to happen. I don't know. I don't think he knew. I was watching JJ Redick's post game conference after the game. I don't think he knew, but it looked like he probably did knew something was going to go down. I think he knew about the trade proposition. I think he knew that they tried to make this trade, but he had to look like he doesn't know if this is going to happen. And keep in mind, this does have to be approved by the league, which sources say that it is going to get approved. There shouldn't be any type of downfall for it, but it looks like this is going to go through. Also, there was a rumor saying that LeBron James might be next to go because the trade deadline is this Thursday coming up. But there's a source close to the Lakers that ESPN reported this morning is that LeBron James is planning to stay with the Lakers past Thursday. So, it looks like him being traded is going to probably get thrown out the window.
100%, I agree. I think his none of his trade rumors are out the window. I think he might stay one more year just because of this that just happened. Because Luka Doncic, he's been an All NBA first team selection each of his first 5 seasons. While he's not eligible to make the team this season because of his calf strain, and he's been sidelined since December 25, he is one of the first active players to have at least that many first team selections, and not one of only 28 in NBA history. But not just that, this is the first time in NBA history that 2 reigning All NBA players were traded for each other in the middle of the season. And you can't lie about that because Anthony Davis, yeah, he's a great player, right? But to get traded for Luka's gonna take over the sport. This is what I always say. Luka, Anthony Edwards, there's a couple other great superstars. Once Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, LeBron James retires, they're gonna take care of the league. I can't forget about Victor Wembanyama, who's doing crazy stuff at this moment, but this is insane. I still can't believe it, to be honest. The whole world was shocked last night. This is insane.
Yeah, I saw all the analysts talking about how this is crazy, and there was a lot of reaction from the NBA. Some of them with the funny emoji, faces. I guess they didn't believe this was going to happen, but then it happened. And again, I agree with you. This is one of the craziest trades in NBA history. Do you feel that the Lakers did what they needed to do? Because look, let's face it. Anthony Davis is getting older. LeBron James is already old. Anthony Davis has an injury problem because he's have a tendency to get hurt a lot. As we saw right here, he got hurt in Philadelphia, and he went back to LA. What are the chances that he knew this was going to happen?
I don't think nobody knew. It was just it was shocking. At this moment, people are still wondering. There is a rumor right now that Luka posted a screenshot of his GM calling him, but he did not answer. But at this moment, the Lakers are still pursuing for another rim protector. As you mentioned, they get rid of Anthony Davis, who's going to be their next rebounder. As we mentioned this last highlights, they got rebounded in the offensive side, which will create more second chance points for other teams. So they're still pursuing for another rim protector. And I believe the trade deadline for the Lakers is still not over.
Trade deadline is this coming Thursday. And again, I know I mentioned before about LeBron finding out at dinner. It was reported last night. We do have the proof. I'm going to play you a clip from SportsCenter last night.
Tonight, we know that LeBron did not know this was coming. He was at a restaurant after leading the Lakers to a victory at MSG when he found this out. This is his running mate. This is his teammate at Clutch Sports. This is the guy that he, brought into the Lakers and welcomed in and won a championship together. This is a complete change of gears. In the short term, the Lakers have won 8 out of 10. They played their best basketball of the season, and now they don't have a starting center. So they're obviously going to have to make some move here. But the Lakers are going to have to go to LeBron and get a feel for him. I don't want to speculate as to what's going to happen. I will say this. I know that LeBron has a great affinity for Luka Doncic. Within Nike and within major events, all-star teams and stuff, he has a connection there. So I think that I could see them playing together. But this move was made for the next decade of Laker basketball, not for the rest of the season. Tonight,
Well, you heard it there. They said that this is for the future. So they're getting ready to see if LeBron will be back in 2026 or not.
Yeah, I could see him do one more year just because of this. Luka's a superstar, young. He's one of the best. But as of now, like what happened in the last 10 minutes, I'll give you breaking news. Anthony Davis posted a story about him and LeBron, which I believe that got him off guard as well. It's a tough situation, but I think they'll figure it out. I'm low-key scared for the league and the Lakers. I ain't gonna lie. But besides that, Luka Doncic and with the Mavs, I think they had something brewing behind the scenes, something like way off that they didn't have the right connection with them. As of now, Jason Kidd has not reached out to Luka, as reports are made. But that's very bad. If you, I don't know, it's a long story.
Well, Jason Kidd and the Mavs general manager, they actually had a press conference a couple of hours ago, explaining why they did this trade for Anthony Davis. But there was a report coming out regarding Luka Doncic that the Mavericks were not, excited to go forward with him because it looks like because of the recent injury, he hasn't played since late December. He's not scheduled to return to action until after the All-Star break. And that's at least another, 2-3 weeks away. So what is this going to do to the Lakers as far as their record? They're 29-17 right now. And, they're in the thick of a fight in the Western Conference. So, I mean, is this going to hurt them or is this going to help them? They won 8 of 10 so far.
Well, there's been rumors that Luka could be back before the All-Star break, but overall, this is gonna help him because imagine just having Luka and LeBron. You're gonna have to double team at least somebody from that. If it's just a man-on-man, one-on-one, it's gonna be hell for the rest of the league because one-on-one, I don't think nobody could guard them. And I believe they're both the same height. I think Luka's a little bit taller and more heavier than LeBron. So imagine that. It's like having two LeBrons in one team.
Well, LeBron did mention he wanted to play with Luka Doncic on several occasions. I guess for some reason it never happened. But here's the scenario: who wins in this trade out of these three teams? Because now the Lakers' title hopes have taken a deep measure as improvement. So they think most sports analysts think that this trade will help them. But as we mentioned, or as ESPN reported last night, this is for the future. This is not just for this season. This is for beyond 2025, the Lakers. So does this show like a message for potential free agents in the next, 5 years, saying purple and gold is the best place if you want to win a ring?
Yeah, at this point, any superstar in any team could get traded at any moment. There's no loyalty, as you could see what happened yesterday. Damn, how can I say this? Yeah, it's a tough one. I just know, as a Clipper fan, this is horrible. But damn, it's gonna be a crazy rest of the season, especially with trade rumors still, like the trade deadline still going on. We could see a couple more trades by other teams, but a big trade like this, I don't think we won't.
I just wonder, what's this going to look like for, pretty much for making this move. I mean, who's going to look smart and who's going to look dumb here? And,
I'm gonna.
I think, I'm being told right now that we have we have a small clip about uh Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison. I believe he talked about the trade. I did mention he did have a press conference a couple of hours ago this morning with Jason Kidd, but let's see if
Right.
we can get that here. See if you got that ready up there. You give me okay. Here we go.
Rob Pelinka a lot of credit. Trades, you guys have been around here. Trades don't happen at the smallest level without stuff getting out. And Rob and I were able to have, really intense conversations over the course of, 3 or 4 weeks that started out as a coffee that, was more, hey, would you ever, I don't know, would I? Let me think of, and then it built upon that. And, we kept it between us. We had to keep it tight. J Kidd didn't know about it. But J Kidd and I are aligned, and we talk about archetypes, and we talk about the culture that we want to create. So I know the type of players that he likes without actually talking to him. Hey, would you like, so I know that. And J Kidd coached them when they won a championship. So I think when you're aligned with your coach like that, I know the type of players that he likes. And so I felt good about it making sense to where we're trying to go. I like.
Partner, what's your reaction to that?
At the moment, I have a lot of Maverick Dallas fans frustrated. Unbelievable for the GM. He's thinking way ahead of the game, I believe, but I think this is gonna haunt them for the rest of their history. This is gonna haunt the GM. I don't know what the GM was thinking. This is a crazy trade.
And
Luka's in his prime. He's 25. He's not
yeah, he
20.
is.
So I don't know.
And he was just in the finals last season
A
too
couple
with
years
the
ago, yeah.
Mavericks.
Not even, yeah. A year ago, too.
Yeah, he was just in the finals just a year ago.
If they could have built around him, I could have seen, but they traded him, so they pretty much gave up on him.
But how about the reaction from the league, Parter? So here's a TikTok video that is at the Phoenix Suns game. Kevin Durant, KD, Bradley, Beal, and a lot of the Phoenix Suns bench, gave they were all shocked or surprised that that trade went down. Like
Yeah,
they all have that, what the heck? Like, did this just happen? Look.
Yeah, many people thought that Shams got hacked.
Even Durant was like, I can't believe this.
Yeah, he even did an interview after the game. Still shocked about what happened, but it's insane. This is it's like breaking,
Oh, by the way,
still breaking news.
partner, I do have some breaking news right now. If I could come in.
Go for it.
Okay, so how do you think the Mavs played without Luka Doncic 24 hours after this trade? What do you think happened? And
Yeah,
just give me your prediction. What do you think? You think that this helped the team or did this hurt the team?
I think this was horrible because so the Dallas Mavericks played today versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they were down 46-91 at the half. So
Yeah, so we just got our stat guy on Sports Talk here. Just gave me this note right now, and it says Cavs rout Mavs 144-101. So not a good way to start this this post Luka Doncic era, especially like you said, it's 91 points in the first half. That's a lot. It looked like the Mavs just. I don't want to make. I'm going to be careful what I say here, partner, because we're sportscasters and we have to be very professional here. I don't want to say it because I don't want it to come back and backfire on me. What are the chances that that the Mavs maybe have kind of lost faith in management and Coach Kidd? Was this like a morale shot? Do you feel like they maybe quit a little bit?
well, yeah, definitely because Rob Pelinka for the Lakers thought Nico Harrison was joking at first when they brought up the trading for Luka. They thought it was just jokes and all that, but it
Yeah,
was a
but
serious.
you gotta remember, April Fool's is not for at least another 2 months.
And that's
We're
what
in February.
I think the Dallas Mavericks. A lot of fans are disappointing. A lot of even Dirk Nowitzki, one of the greatest for the Dallas Mavericks to play in that uniform, tweeted out the emoji face with both eyes super big because I think he's like frustrated with what happened. Because I think he's still part owner of the team as well.
Well, I want to play you a clip here that was just handed to me, partner. So, Avery Johnson, you remember him? He was the former coach of the Dallas Mavericks.
Sorry to cut you off, partner, but Luka Doncic just tweeted out a "Dear Dallas, thank you" post.
Yes, and the Lakers this morning also posted on their Instagram a thank you post to Anthony Davis for all he's done in LA. If you don't know, he did help lead the Lakers to the championship in the 2020 bubble season, 10 years after the last championship that was won in LA. So, that was very classed by the Lakers. But Avery Johnson, he went on CBS Sports last night. um, he was asked about the Lakers trade. Um, let's play his reaction.
Didn't start last night. This had to start weeks ago for them to even arrive at this point to actually pull this off. So, Nico Harrison, God bless you, my man. You here in Dallas, the fans they're in the uproar. This is arguably the biggest trade, one of the biggest trades in NBA history that I can ever remember. And I've been a part of the NBA since 1988 as a player, coach, someone in the media covering the league. So I was blown away when I woke up and heard the news about this trade.
I'm sure, and rightfully so. So many questions to be answered. As you mentioned, your home base is in Dallas. That's where you're at right now. I know it's been only a few hours really since this news happened. You mentioned you were sleeping overnight. Also that a lot of folks in the city of Dallas in uproar right now, but what was some of the more reaction that you got for some of the folks that you did get to speak to? As you mentioned, your phone was blowing up this morning.
Yeah, people are searching for answers. I think a lot of Mavericks fans are confused. They're caught off guard. You know, when Mavericks fans initially heard that the Mavericks were trading for Anthony Davis, you know, they thought maybe this was going to be like Derek Lively in the trade, P.J. Washington in the trade, Daniel Gafford. I mean, even Klay Thompson. But no one in their wildest dreams as a Mavericks fan thought Luka Doncic. The guy is a generational talent. You know, one of the top 3 players in all of the NBA. It just went to the finals with Luka. No one thought in their wildest dreams that Luka was going to be included in this trade. So I think 90% of the Mavericks fans right now are confused. They're disappointed. They really don't see the Mavericks winning in this trade. But we'll see how it plays out over time. But here's the one thing I want to say, Jordan, with this trade. This is not Mark Cuban, okay? This is new ownership. Mm-hmm. This is a new CEO, Rich Welts.
I guess it's safe to say that it just wasn't LA that was very shocked on that. And again, special thanks to CBS Sports for that interview. Yeah, I guess LA wasn't the only one that was shocked.
No, yeah, definitely. It was the whole world that was shocked at that point
By
because
the way, when he was asked about if he would have made this trade, he said absolutely not. End quote. So I guess there is some light of it, but I do agree there is going to be a lot of questions as to why this happened. We're not going to know right away. We're probably going to know in the coming days, in the coming weeks. But again, just to recap, the Cavaliers destroy the Mavericks today, just 24 hours after this trade. The Lakers don't play again until Tuesday, but again, they don't have their star guy they just picked up. He's still out, and he's got to be reevaluated to see when he'll play. So, again, also Anthony Davis has been out for a week, so again, we don't know when these guys are going to play, partner. It's a very interesting scenario here, trading 2 big players, but yet they're not on the court right now, dealing with injuries. You don't see that very often.
yeah, 100% agree. And I want to go over IDoc File's comment about I'm gonna think this trade is 2 years late for the Lakers. Yeah, I do agree on that. But after LeBron showing up last night at Madison Square Garden, he still has it in him. Surprisingly, at 40 years old, it's insane. I still think about it like, how does he still do it? But the crazy part is Doncic is gonna reunite with his former Mavericks teammate JJ Redick, who retired in 2021, but now he's gonna be Luka Doncic coaching staff.
And partner, I know I mentioned earlier that there was reaction on the Phoenix Suns bench, and you mentioned that Kevin Durant gave an reaction interview after the game.
Yeah.
Remember that? Take a listen. Take a listen, partner.
Yeah, would have never thought Luka Doncic get traded at this age, mid-season. Yes, the NBA is a wild place, man. I think he get traded and anybody's up, grabs, So yes. So the fans, probably spectating is pretty fun. I know it's kind of nerve-wracking though, probably for Luka. Everybody in Dallas has their AD. So everybody involved, I'm sure, their head is spinning right now.
And just as a player, does this kind of underscore the transactional nature of this business?
It's always been transactional. Players are held to a different standard.
That's very interesting. It is a business. Yes, I agree. It's a business. This is a business proposition. This is a business world. Basketball is a business. It's not just a sport. It's a business. There are owners and managers that have to do business with these players. They have to do business with their stocks, their sponsors. They have to keep the fans happy. They have to do things to keep fans coming back to their games, spending money on tickets, on merchandise, on food, everything. But there are some leaning ways of common sense as should this be good for business or am I taking a big risk? I don't know. I'm not an owner. That's why I'm behind the mic here. If I won the lotto, I probably would have been an owner and I probably would have maybe done a different trade, but that's just my opinion. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, but for Kevin Durant for saying that, I think it's kind of like because he kind of formed a super team when he joined the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
And now he joined the Suns.
Well, he's been
And
around the
for him,
world. He's been around the world.
yeah,
Where was he? He started what? OKC, then he went to what? Golden
Golden
State.
State,
Then
and he won a chip.
he went to Brooklyn.
No, now he's with the Suns to join
Yeah. So
Brooklyn.
I mean,
Bradley, in which everybody thought it was gonna be a problem, but so far it hasn't really been a problem. A lot
well,
of people.
you gotta also you have to realize one thing. He hasn't won a championship since he left Golden State.
Yeah,
And you figure he went there to begin with to win a championship, which he did. I was surprised he didn't stay there because at the time he could have won a couple more titles, but he decided to move on. Guess what? He hasn't been to the final since.
yep. And with a great team that he has, I'm surprised about that. But
Well, Devin Booker was also asked if he reacted to it, so let's see what he had to say.
Yeah, it's fine. I seen Shams tweet. It's the show. So like I said, crazy league. Looking forward to the next couple days. Crazy, man. I really don't know what to say about it. Luka being a guy that everybody's claimed is untouchable and untradeable, and the NBA shows you again. But just can't predict. It's a business. They're always having a conversation about you. So don't think you're safe at any point.
Let me react to that real quick. They talk about you and they have conversations on you. Yeah, they do. I'm sure everywhere you work, there's conversations about you, but you either do the job or this is what happens. They move you. Simple as that. Am I saying that Luka didn't do his job? No, he did his job. He's just hurt right now. Like I said, I've never seen a trade go down like this where both participants are injured, and we don't even know when they're gonna make their debuts on their new teams again. Uh, Anthony Davis is dealing with a leg injury or groin injury. They're gonna evaluate him again. They don't know when he'll be back on the court. Luka's been hurt since late December. Don't know when he's gonna go back. Word is it won't be till after the All-Star break. It could be before that. We just don't know. But what do you react to those two comments there by Booker?
Booker Booker has a history of not liking Luka Doncic. He's been having, well, there's been a couple of games where they get technicals for talking smack to each other and like physical altercations. I think I think he knows the business of the NBA. I think he's kind of frustrated at what happened because I feel like the Suns, they kind of did that move like a couple years ago when they got Kevin Durant, but we'll see what the future holds. But as of now, there's still reports coming out each hour about what's going on behind the scenes. But
Yeah, this is not gonna end, partner. Also, I think last night when I was like preparing for the show today, a report came out that I guess they were the reason they did this trade the Mavericks did was because they weren't happy um with Luka Doncic, taking care of his body. I guess there was an issue with him not taking care of his body. How much fact is that in that story? Because I don't think it's not.
yeah, I have it here on the notes about the Mavericks were motivated to move Doncic because of his constant conditioning concerns because there's been significant frustrating with the Dallas Mavericks within the organization about the Doncic lack of discipline regarding his diet and conditioning, which team sources consider is a major factor of his injuries that's been bothering him for the last year or 2 years. So that could be another problem, but another problem is Luka not like talking to his GMs or like coaches after the trades, just to his teammates. So there's a lot more behind the scenes, and we will find out in a couple
Yeah,
next
but
days.
partner, really quick, we have a question here. Luka and Bronny James, is that the future right there for this team, for the Lakers?
I'll say Luka's gonna be the next franchise tag for the Lakers. He's gonna take over once LeBron moves, but I don't know about Brownie yet. Um, he's still young. He still has a lot to learn from him, like being at the for him being in the games last minute, like blowout time. He's been doing okay, but he still has a lot to learn. Can I see it? Yes, maybe, but it's a high maybe in my opinion. What about you on your take about that?
He needs more. He needs more time, partner. He needs to play more. Because that's how you're going to learn more. You got to play more. You got to know the scenario. You got to know the situation. I'm going to give you an example. Let's talk about the great Kobe Bryant. When he first came out of high school, he wasn't a starter. He was a backup to Eddie Jones with Del Harris as a coach. I remember the playoff game in 1990. I want to say 1996 or 1998 against Utah. Late in overtime, Del Harris put him in there and Kobe made two air balls in a row in the possessions, and the Lakers lost the game by 3. So you gotta put Bronny in situations like that because that's how he's gonna learn. That's how he's gonna get elevated. You just gotta put them in there. At some point, you kind of gotta stop coaching him and let him figure things out. Figure out the scenario again. What do you need to do in a case like this? What do you need to do when you're down this much to either tie or win? That's some things he's going to have to learn as he grows up. I don't agree with him being put in blowout situations. I think he should play regularly because that's how you're going to get better. That's how you play. You play to improve. You will learn by watching, but there's a difference between watching and doing the actual work. I can train someone to do my job, or you know what, Jim Nance can train me and you how to call the football games, but it's different, watching than wearing the headset. So I just think he needs more time. He needs more experience. You give him that. I guarantee he'll be a great player like his dad.
I agree, but I think they last week when the Lakers were playing in Philadelphia, JJ Redick randomly put Bronny James in the first quarter for some reason, which got everybody shocked. But it seemed like they in the defensive side for the Lakers, they were going for Bronny James because of his lack of experience, right? So I
Yeah, they
feel
want to put him up there.
so I feel like he still needs time. But I always said this. I feel like the younger brother. There's a younger brother besides Bronny James, right? I feel like he's gonna come into this league in a couple of years, more athletic, better overall. That's just my opinion. Because Bronny James he's a great player. You know, he came out of college, high school, great athlete. But the NBA is just a different environment. You just got to get adjusted to it. But it'll take him time. But I could see it at the same time not. But we'll see what happens.
Yes, and we're just almost about out of time here on Sports Talk. So I do want to share one more thing before we go. So this is from WFA 8 ABC News in Dallas. So fans gathered outside the American Airlines Arena last night
Yeah.
to mourn the career of Luka Doncic in Dallas.
Yeah.
You can actually see a sign that says, rest in peace,
Right.
Mavs, time of death, 11:23 p.m., February 1st, 2025. I need a recovery beer. And some fans are now calling on Commissioner Adam Silver to veto this trade. So again, it has to be approved. But if you got fans coming out acting like this, I look, and then the fact that they got blown out by 43 points today,
Made it worse.
I don't know. I don't want to like jinx it, but do you see a dark cloud coming around Dallas at this time with this?
uh, 1,000%. Fans are going crazy. Fans are bringing actual funeral caskets to the front of the Dallas Mavericks stadium where the Dirk Nowitzki's statue is at. And many fans are going crazy. They're saying F the owner, F the GM, which is crazy. And they're actually doing graffiti in front of the arena where the Dallas Mavericks play. So there's a lot of tension between the Mavericks and their fans. I feel bad for them. Hopefully I never feel like this, but as a Clipper fan, I doubt it. But there's, it's insane, partner, what you mentioned, and it's just the upcoming days are gonna get more crazier. I feel like more trades are gonna happen.
Yeah, and then I mean, here's a funny thing. They're over there saying F the owner, F this, but I mean, before we came on the air, I got a notification. I guess there's a protest here in LA. They're protesting Donald Trump's immigration law. So we got two different protests going on here. We got people here on the 101 freeway saying F Donald Trump, F ICE and all this stuff, but meanwhile you go to Dallas, Texas, and they're saying F the owners and F the Mavericks. So very, very, very different events, different scenarios, I want to say.
Partner,
So far, I haven't really seen anybody out here saying F the Lakers and
nah,
F the owners for
never
doing
happened.
this. I think some might like it, but again, we haven't really had a lot of reactions on LA's part. We've only heard Dallas part, so it'll be interesting to see what will happen when the Lakers return home. They're scheduled to be back here on Tuesday against the Clippers. I believe they may be on their way back right now, or they're back here in LA. But it'll be an interesting couple of days when the media starts speaking to them about this trade. Because again, I don't know who knew about this. JJ
Nobody.
Redick I want to say JJ Redick probably knew about it, but he just didn't think it was going to go through because he had the face of what's going to happen. I think he knew.
Then,
He just
so
kept it to
look,
himself.
there's been breaking news about Luka giving out his statements on Twitter. He might give another one on Instagram later. But Luka said, "Grateful for this amazing opportunity. Basketball means everything to me, and no matter where I play, I'll do so with same joy, passion, and goal to win championships." And with this, I feel like Lakers are gonna win a championship in the next upcoming years. I'll say 2 years, maybe three, if they're healthy, and if they get more rim protecting in that rim because they're gonna need it for sure. They could play small, but you always need that rim protector getting those rebounds and putbacks. So we'll see what happens for the future of the Lakers and Dallas Mavericks.
It's going to be interesting, partner, to see what's going to happen in the next couple of days because I feel like there's going to be more coming out. It's going to turn into a soap opera because it's going to be like it's like a marriage falling apart. You don't hear about the bad things in the marriage till after the divorce is final. That's when the husband and the ex will start talking about it to the media. But it's like when Tom Brady got divorced from his wife. Wife left him because he didn't want to quit football. He wanted to keep playing. She said, "The hell with it," packed up and left. So I mean, we didn't hear about that till the divorce got finalized. But just on, I want to get your final thought on this. Are the Lakers done making big moves? Do you see them making one more before Thursday deadline? If so, who do you think should they get a center to replace Davis or what?
Yeah, I see the Lakers not stopping with the trades. I see them getting another center. There's been a lot of rumors for them going for a center from Utah. His name is Kessler, who's a very great blocker, defender, rim protector. If they get him, they might be a strong contender for the NBA Finals this year. But as of now, as you mentioned, we're gonna see more news coming out in this upcoming days, and we'll probably get an episode for the trade deadline. But overall, I'm still speechless about this trade. One of the craziest trades that I have seen. It caught me off guard. It got everybody off guard in the world. Many players, as you mentioned, from the Suns who were playing last night in Portland, they got the news while sitting on the bench. But
No, the whole NBA got shocked about. I'm pretty sure
the
they're
whole
not the
world,
only ones.
many sports, not even NBA, many sports even got shocked. But we'll see what comes to mind in the next couple of days. Hopefully there's more breaking news, but insane story to cover after what they did last night and this morning. News are still breaking out, but we'll see, partner.
Yeah, we do. There before we go, we do have breaking news coming out of ESPN's Adam Schefter and Pete Thamel. Ohio State offensive coordinator Chip Kelly is leaving the university to take the same job with the Las Vegas Raiders. So Raiders are starting to rebuild again. Let's see how that goes. But partner, I do appreciate you coming on today. I know it was a shocking 24 hours. It's still continuing. I want to keep everyone in prayers in Dallas because I feel like this is not the end of it. Um, and then hopefully hopefully things will settle down in the coming days. But on a serious note, though, we do want to extend our sympathies and condolences to the victims in Washington D.C. earlier this week with the American Airlines plane crash with the Delta military helicopter. All 67 passengers have been presumed dead, and recovery efforts are still continuing. So again, we want to extend our thoughts and prayers to everyone whose family's been affected by this event. Also, we want to extend our condolences to the community in Philadelphia for what happened on Thursday night. A plane crashed carrying medical supplies, and I believe a patient was being transferred again. It's a sad situation, but we just want to offer our condolences and our prayers to everyone involved in it. Partner, any final thoughts in regards to the last 24 hours before we off the air?
These last 24 hours has been insane. Yeah, prayers to everybody that has been going on around the world this last week. To be honest, it's been crazy with the airplanes, but overall in sports as well, this was very shocking, breaking news, and hopefully we still continue our coverage soon with more episodes. And I appreciate everybody for viewing, liking, and just following. We do this as a hobby, and we enjoy it, and hope to see you guys again soon.
And we want to thank everybody that's tuned in to Sports Talk in January. It was our best month. Our numbers improved in January. We're almost close to 800 total downloads. So keep following, keep watching, keep putting it out there. For Jesus and myself, as we always say, partner. What do you always say?
Another day, another podcast.
And we are going to be back on Tuesday, partner. Tuesday, the Lakers return back to LA. They'll take on the Clippers at the Intuit Arena. We'll have a post-game report after that game. We'll see how the Lakers go on with life without Anthony Davis. They won 8 of the last 10. overall, but the Clippers have been their kryptonite. See how that goes. But again, we'll see how that goes. And partner, again, nice for you. Come on by. Have a great Sunday, and we'll get back on Tuesday.
Yes, sir, partner. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody, and I'll see you soon.
All right, we'll see you Tuesday, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks for listening here on Sports Talk.